Yeah, that's my jam right there. That's my every.
Oh, I think you guys can hear me. All right, this show is financial advice. The show is not financial advice. It's edutainment, stands for education, entertainment, smash into one. It's BC Day, August 1st. 30 seconds, we'll be talking about Nike as we're finishing it up. I'm still building this wonderful stream for you, and I got to do some wonderful Nike stock news. Look that up for you. I haven't looked at Nike today, but it is shaking and moving with everything else in the market as well. So I'm loading up some news for you here, and just 3 of them. Boom! What up, social media world? My name's Alfred Gordon Liu. This is 888, and 8 minutes. It starts right now. Boom. We are talking about Nike. It is ticker symbol NKE when you put it in some whatever trading platform that you're using. It's part of the S&P 500, specifically Consumer Discretionary XLY, because I can. That's how I remember XLY. Why? Just because I can. So if you are an investor, you're probably coming to the investor relations page, which looks like this. So beautiful. This is one of the prettier investment relations page I've seen. It's pretty flashy. Nike. There is their corporate head. Oh, right behind me. Corporate headquarters in Oregon, Portland. I miss you guys. Hopefully, I'll talk to my cousins there soon. Maybe even visit sooner as well. But if you're coming here, you're looking for their quarterly statements, you're looking for their annual reports, and you're looking for any news and events that could move the stock higher or lower. But you came here for the chart. So let's see. If you are a buy and hold investor of Nike, let's see how we've done in the last little bit. As you know, everything is kind of dropped. It was at highs of 179, lows of breaking $100, and now we've had this crazy reversal bounce, and now we're in this narrow candle here, as you can see. And the narrow candle's from 113 all the way to probably 116, 117. So we are in a tight, narrow range. Is it bounced enough, or is it going to go back down? When I look at this long-term chart, I always see a strong trend down. I don't really know if this is a bottom. That wow. I would say if it tested this 95s and then bounced off for sure. Is this just a bounce? Is it going to go back down lower? Who really knows? No one knows, but we will watch it in the next couple of days. But the selling has started to cool off a little bit, but it is still to the downside. Just want to make sure that's really clear. But inside that narrow range, what swing opportunities do we have? Oh, that's not a swing chart. That's the intraday. Sometimes that happens, so let's switch that up. So we're going to a daily chart now, right? And we're looking for swing trades right here. As you can see, obviously, it is in a narrow bar. These things are kind of consolidating, and then it's going to move one way or the other. So I like these consolidation periods. We look for them, and as a swing trader, you look for the opportunities. And right now, it is more overextended. So right here, it doesn't mean that it can't go higher. It just means that it's a little overextended. If I wanted to play it safe, I would take those profits, as it could come back down to 107. So, you know, you can't even see that because it's so far away. Let me zoom in here for Nike. Zoom, scroll, that's better. As you can see, we're in a tight, narrow bar. Right now we've had 2 candles outside the Bollinger Bands, which are set about I think about 2 deviation points away. If it gets to 3, then it's definitely overextended, but it's 2 deviation points away, meaning that there is some good profit there. No one cries over taking profit. So if you wanted to play that swing trade, there it is. And its strength is flattening. It is still strong. It's over 50%. And also, if you look at the MACD, those lines have crossed over 0. Can it go higher? Yes. Is it set up to do that? Right now, it is bottoming. Will it go up? Will it go down? I don't know if anybody knows, but right now we're definitely in a bear rally. So we are rallying to the upside. Can it rally more? Yes. So let's take a look at where else it can go. So right now it's at 115-ish. You see how there's nothing but air to the top side? I see Nike symbols kind of blocking it. But 117, 120, as you go, I probably have to zoom out a little bit more here. There you go. As you can see, there's your highs right here, right? So if I would say, if you don't want to take and you want to ride this for the upside potential, there is a little bit of air, a little bit of resistance. I would say you set it to around 120 as your max kind of good. So you're hoping for, a regular move 3 deviation points away to 120. I would say that's a pretty good profit taking place if you want to ride this to the upside, if you think it has more ways to go. But it'll definitely hit resistance around 120, again 123, and lots of resistance as we move all the way up. So let's take a look at our news, because that's the catalyst that will tell us which way this thing's going to go, right? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? And earnings is probably the biggest tell sign of that. So we're going to zoom in here a little bit. The next time they meet was June 27th, so they won't report till probably September. But we got to get a nice little upside as well. They did 0.81. They gave us 0.9. We were pleasantly surprised, so that's probably the reason why it's doing really well. In the financial news today, is it going to get moved? Well, we have 181 earnings, 9 stock splits, 1 IPO, and 44 economic events. Out of those 181 earnings, you're looking for other retailers like Nike. And if they guide higher, guide lower, that might affect Nike stock. So let's dive into what news can move the markets today. We have a holiday here in Canada, but the States is still going strong, right? So what are they reporting on? Construction, industrial, manufacturing. Anything else that they're reporting on? Pretty light on the economic calendar. So let's move on to news to see if anything can get news. So usually what I do is I just Google news, stock news, Nike stock news, and you pull up some certain headlines and see that's not what you got to do. So we'll just go to the next one right here. It's lower. A couple of days ago, it has the worst performing Dow in the stock, and that is not what we want to do. So with that said, let's just move. Nike's not heavily in the news. It's just moving lower, people are saying. So let's take a look how it does intraday. So you follow the news, but obviously clearly in the last couple of days, it's gone to the upside with everything else. So what we do is here we take a Fibonacci in the last minute. We take the lows of 104. We take the highs of 115. And boom, let's zoom in here. So we are definitely pushing higher, as we can see. So we could push a little higher. Your floor, I would use VWAP as a good floor, 114. Your highs at 515. So that's a dollar spread. Can you make that dollar spread today? You're looking for a dip. Right now it's dipping lower to this. Ooh, that's an even better floor right here. It's using this, I would say here. Yeah, let's just use 115 as a floor. You can use 114.50 as a floor. But could it go higher? Yeah, it's at all-time highs right now. So you'd have to go to a different chart to see what ceilings that you have. And I already said 120 was a high as we were hitting those all-time highs. So 116, 117. Could we see that today? That's what the crystal ball, that's what you want to know. I would say definitely you could set it at 175, 116 as your high. But right now, as you can see, it's coming back in and to the downside. Boom, just like that. All right, everybody. If you want to see, let's see, it's coming down to 115, and you know what? I think it's going to bounce. So let's take a look. Because it's strong today. Oh, actually, it's not that strong. It's 0.13. So that's not even 1% that it's moving out. But I want to show you this because you'll see it bounce a little bit as it has some support. I think that's the one. Yeah. Let's zoom in here, and then you can watch it with me. Right here, see, look, it had 115, not even, it touched 104, wick back up. So if you can see that there, it's like go down there, no, and it goes back up. So there is some good support right here, 115. I think it could even try it a little bit lower and then wick people out all the way to 188 before it starts gathering power, making its way back up as well. Because the trend is up for it today. You got to bust that 115.55 as the high ceiling that it just made maybe about, a few minutes ago, maybe even less than 10-15 minutes ago, but it's going to gather that strength and bust up. So 116, nice whole numbers is where you're probably going to see a little more resistance again. With that said, I am going to go back to trading my stuff as well. So that's your look. I'm going to go back and set up my stuff. And we've had crazy whipsaws today, just to let you know. We've ticked down low, we've ticked down high. The markets have been crazy. Anybody who is trading on an intraday chart, it is so easy to get wicked out and so easy to get stopped out. So be careful with your trading as well, as they're going to take a lot of people out. With that said, I got 9 seconds. All right, everybody. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Peace.